Top 3 DC characters I would like to write. Good question, guys. For those who know me, I'm a Marvel guy. Mostly, I love Marvel comic books. I mean, I read a ton of stuff over the years, but Marvel was always my thing over DC. If it's like a Sharks and the Jets, Hatfield and McCoy's thing, I was Marvel. DC was always second fiddle. But there are some characters I really love and have some stories I would like to tell. So in no particular order, Azrael, everyone's favorite forgotten 90s religious zealot badass. He actually replaced Bruce Wayne as Batman after a DC sales gimmick broke Batman. I mean, Bane broke Batman, his back, and Jean-Paul Valley took over the mantle of Batman for a while. It was cool, it was 90s. It was of the time. But the character was really interesting to me because he had this religious background, which was kind of the moral backbone of what he thought was right and wrong. And to me, vigilantes with a religious core are so interesting because it's such a dichotomy, you know, because you're driven by this, what we'll call an inherent moral core, but the morality of that is pretty questionable. Religion can be pretty antiquated. It doesn't really rectify with current politics and culture very much, but there is a lot of really inherent goodness in it. So how do you apply that to a immoral, desensitized world, and what does that do to the person inside that's trying to accomplish that? I think Azrael's a very interesting character attached to the Bat universe. You've got something badass that for some reason no one at DC or any writer has been able to crack yet. Number 2, Batgirl, and specifically Barbara Gordon. Barbara Gordon was the original Batgirl, daughter of Commissioner James Gordon in the Batman universe. She was kind of taken out of the mix for a long time because she was crippled by the Joker in The Killing Joke. And then she was just kind of wheelchair bound for most of the 80s and 90s into the 2000s. So for about 20 years, unable to be an active vigilante. In current DC times, she is able-bodied and can be Batgirl. And I think she's the most interesting Batgirl because she's been around for so long as a Batman side character, but always gets overlooked as the kind of heir apparent to the Bat mantle. You know, they always look to the next Robin or Azrael, the aforementioned, some other male character, which is like, why can't Batgirl, this, besides Dick Grayson, has been around in the Bat pantheon for longer than any other character. So I have this idea to kind of bring her to the forefront, bring her to really more A-tier status, and also the complications of her history with the Joker and her father being the commissioner, and this tumultuous relationship with Batman and why she was overlooked. A lot of meat on that bone that I want to tackle. Also, dope costume. And last but not least, it's cliche, but Superman. Now, I don't want to write your typical Superman story. I've got an idea that does a couple controversial things. One, it brings back one of my favorite elements of Superman, which is the electric blue 90s Superman costume. I'm not a traditional Superman fan. I've read some off and on over the years depending on the writer. I think some people have done some very interesting things with him. Mostly it's just kind of Boy Scout, Superman does good, always does good. It's an all-powerful. It's hard to combat that. I think the most interesting thing about him is that he's not human, and what happens to the most powerful man when you take everything away from him? And I don't mean his powers, I mean everything he loves as Clark Kent. Take that world away from him, and then he's just left as truly an alien and an outsider. That's kind of scratching the surface of the idea I have. I don't want to give too much away because I hope one day to write this story even as a fanfic, but I've got a really cool idea that I think puts him in a setting he's never been in before, in a position he's never been in before, and also gives a good reason to bring back that amazing electric costume. Alright guys, if you have questions or comments, feel free to DM me, message me. I'll answer your questions. I've been having fun doing this. Also, Kill Stand number 2 is out now. Go to Inferno.Earth shop. All the variants are available, or you can DM us directly. We ship, but that's it. And that's my dog. Later, guys.